This is the Madden Championship Series from USAA Stadium. As the official salute to service partner of Madden and the NFL, USAA is proud to serve the military community and their families. Glad to have you all with us for another dose of NFL action. Kate Scott and Brock Heward here in the booth for you. And Brock, if the build-up to kickoff has been any indication this week, man, we're in store for a good one.
Yeah, we never have an NFL game without the two sides doing a little jawing in the days leading up to it. It's the game before the game. Any edge that you could create, but now's the time to kick it off, where you actually take care of business on the field, and you know both sides are ready to go.
So here they come now to take over on offense. Leading them out is fresh off a third Super Bowl title. The standard for quarterback excellence today, Patrick Mahomes.
This guy, Mahomes. How many defensive coordinators have uttered that? This guy, Mahomes. All he's done is raise the bar of quarterback.
Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with third down. Looking to throw Mahomes. Culp with a catch. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. So fourth down, and out heads the steady leg of Thomas Morstead to punt. He gets it out of there, and this has some distance. Starts from the 44. So we'll see the Broncos offense now for the first time. And they're brought out by someone who is the modern example of an elite running quarterback, the multiple-time MVP, Lamar Jackson.
As you're running onto the field with this kind of field position as a quarterback, you're reminded yourself and your huddle, hey, let's be disciplined. Got to be on the details here. Got to take care of the football. And also encourage them and let them know that script you've been working on all week, well, there's a lot of field and there's a lot of plays ahead of them to go and put a score on the board.
A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Across midfield. That's the 30. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos drive the length of the field and take a 6-0 lead. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
That one splits the uprights. And the Broncos will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Starting at the 10. He stopped on the return at the 27. Now for the second time, we get a look at this Kansas City offense. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening first down as they take the field a second time. First tone of the game for James Cook. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Back to the line they go. It's second down. Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Flush down out, and they get to him again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough fourth down. It's the end of the first in this AFC West showdown. Kansas City sends out its punt team. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. He broke 50 on his first punt and looks to have done the same here. He'll start from the 39. The Denver offense taking the field for their second drive. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession.
And, Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
They'll run here on first down. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down. Playing favorites with the fullback here. He cuts it toward the right sideline. There's a lot of space. Get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. If there's an argument for continuing to rely on the fullback, Brock, it is plays just like that that remind us. They're pretty good at barreling in for touchdowns when they're given the chance.
And you know the greatest fullback name ever? Maybe you need to name your son Sam Gash. Because that dude, when I think fullback, I think Sam Gash, just gashing people for touchdowns.
They're out to try and tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Broncos double their lead to 14. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Fielded at the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25. Well, we've already seen some nice plays here, and we're going to see plenty more before this game ends. But you might be thinking, with plays like that, my guys' ratings should be better. Well, you're not alone. You got a chance to let the Madden ratings hotline know just what you're thinking. Give them a call. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Feels like we just started, and it's already the 2-minute warning. And it's the Chiefs. Backed up considerably here on second down. Now it's Mahomes. Escapes out to the left. Oh, they're on him, and he's dropped again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a third down. Cook trying this one up the gut. And he's tackled for a short gain. Give him 3 on the tote. It's fourth down coming up. The Chiefs bringing out their punt team. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. The return begins on their side of midfield. They're out and set, first and 10. Escapes a defender. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. Has room down the left sideline. The 30. The 10. He's at the 5. And he takes this one in for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos get more points to end a lopsided first half. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Broncos stretch their lead to 21. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Here's a return from the 7. He lost the football. And they dodge a turnover there on the return. And that return comes to an end as they touch him down.
You know, awareness, Kate, is one of the best skills anyone on the return team can possess. And normally it's just for hitting blocks and clearing a lane and doing their job. But there it was recognizing the fumble and locating it quickly to save the possession.
Looks like they'll play it safe with a run to the outside. And he'll go down after fighting his way into the 32. It's a gain of 6 yards, and it closes out our first half of football. The call came in before the teams even hit the locker rooms. We're skipping halftime. We're starting the third quarter right away. On the return, here's Tyreek Hill. Good looking return here, and he's got room. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Hand off to the up back. Oh, he trucked that defender. He cuts it to the right sideline. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Broncos grow the lead coming out of halftime. Nobody counted on a return trip to the end zone for him, partner, and maybe that's why it worked out for his second score of this game.
Yeah, and if 2's good, make him stop this fullback because the dude is on fire.
Let's go. That one splits the uprights. And the Broncos grow their lead yet again. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. He fields it from the 8. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Offense heading out now for the Chiefs. And this game might be going better if... They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Back to throw Mahomes. He stays up. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Yellow.
Now the shotgun give to Cook. And he's brought down after a short gain. Looks like a pickup of 2, and now they've got 3rd and 10.
Yellow.
Mahomes escapes the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Punt team on the field. Averaging over 50 yards a kick, and this is another one well hit. He has it at the 22. And after the punt, the offense comes out onto the field. And the Broncos get set to take over. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. The give to the fullback. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
As an offense in these situations, Kate, you could feel your own goal line, and you're not going to risk putting the ball in the air. So that means you're going to run it, and you're going to buy whatever breathing room you can.
Buy some breathing room here. He's across the 15. Space on the right. He's got room. And he will score. It's a Denver touchdown. The Broncos blowing them out now, 34-zip. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Broncos continue piling on to this lead. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Chiefs offense out to take over. All the touchdowns have come from one side of the field, Brock. They're still looking for their first points of any kind in a game that has gotten out of hand. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Straight ahead, here's Cook. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Yellow, yellow.
Again, it's Cook. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Thankfully, only one quarter to play. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing is Mahomes. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Trayvon Diggs has got it. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Oh, love this. He gets another one. Keep feeding that fullback, baby. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. At the 20. And stop me if you've heard this before, Brock. They've scored again, and they grow that lead further. The Broncos continue adding to an insurmountable lead. Lining up now to try the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Broncos tack on 7 more to their lead. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. He fields it from the 8. He lost the football, and the fumble recovery is made. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Plowing up the middle. He breaks a tackle. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
Well, the big guy gets him some positive yardage in close. It's not that the defense didn't expect run. I just don't think they expected him to be the one running it.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning. Broncos authoring a blowout here. 4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Lamar now from the gun. Forced out to his right. And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. The Broncos are running them out of the building. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Broncos continue adding on to that lead. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Has this at the 6. Oh no, he lost control of another one. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
These guys are flying down the field. Reminds me of the guys at Braveheart. But different than Braveheart, these guys got 2 things on their mind. Number 1, get the returner down. And number 2, try to separate the ball if they can. It's rare that it happens, but boy, is it big when it does.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now a give running right. He's inside the 10. And stop me if you've heard this before, Brock. They've scored again, and they grow that lead further. The Broncos throwing 6 more on the blowout. Wow, Brock, that is one of the longest runs I think we're going to see out of a fullback. And just can't get my mind around the fact that he outpaced those DBs long enough to reach the end zone.
You and me alike. That was a power lifter and power blocker becoming a sprinter. You know, I'm not sure if we stretch out further, he's going to hold on and score, but at that distance, oh gosh, his teammates just love that TD.
The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The Kansas City offense set to take the field. The opportunity to win this game is, well, it's long gone, Brock. They're down to their last opportunities now to avoid the shutout as well. Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. 1 play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on.
And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. The Broncos continue adding to an insurmountable lead. That one right down the middle. And they'll continue adding to their lead. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. He fields it from the 8. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense set to take over again. And with this loss already assured, they at least want to find some points and avoid being shut out. It's on the turf, the ball's out, he lost it. And the Broncos corral it. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. 1 play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they bring him down at the 25-yard line after surrendering some good yardage. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Handoff now out of the gun. He's within striking distance. And stop me if you've heard this before, Brock. They've scored again, and they grow that lead further. The Broncos are running them out of the building. That one splits the uprights. And they'll continue adding to their lead. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Return starts at the 9. And this drive will start inside the 25. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. The Chiefs are out once again. Their offense led by Patrick Mahomes. And there's a couple of moments we're seeing here that I think he's not going to want to be reminded of after this game. Turnovers have just interrupted his performance in this one. Made it really tough for him. He loses the football. And the Broncos corral it. Oh, man, yet again, Brock, an inability to hang on to the football. I'm just going to guess might be working a little harder on ball security next week. 3rd straight series, they put it on the turf.
Yeah, maybe Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Any day that ends in Y, you're probably going to do it because this is incredibly frustrating to not hold on to the football. It's left them searching for answers that I'm not sure anybody has right now.
On 1st down, they'll run. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. 1st down, and they go right back to him. No one around. He's got space. Through midfield. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. The Broncos throwing 6 more on the blowout. That one right down the middle. And they'll continue adding to their lead. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Pressure coming from Mahomes. Trying to push it deep downfield. He's got it deep downfield. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. So it's a win for the Broncos. And if they could play at this level every time... EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to USAA Stadium. USAA, an official salute to service partner of Madden and the NFL. Glad you could join us, football fans, as we get ready for kickoff. It's Kate Scott and Brock Hewitt up in the booth. And Brock, I want you to take us back down to the field. When you were a player, what are these moments like just before the game begins and you take the field for the first time?
Well, you wish you could hit fast forward. You wish you could just get to this, right? Because you are so ready to go. You've done all your work over the course of the week. And I think this is where it is a little different than maybe my era a couple decades ago. These guys visualize. These guys self-talk. There is so much mental work being done. They've already played this game in their mind in many ways, and they're just ready to go.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Getting the fullback involved here. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in the locker room and in the huddle is you can be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
And he'll get it up to the 44. They'll get 18 yards there. And the Broncos will have a first down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
Halfway there on first down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, I call that a table setter. If you're getting that kind of efficient production out of your fullback, well, that just sets the table up for everyone else on this offense to eat.
Going right back to the fullback. Next play. Nice run across the 15. And he takes this one in for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. So a picture-perfect way to begin this ball game, Brock. Their opening drive ends in 6.
Yeah, no question about it. That's how you do it. You work all week to script out the opening drive, and it's huge when it pays off like that.
That one splits the uprights. And the Broncos will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Brings in the kick at the 9. Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20. So now we get a look at the other offense as the Saints take the field. And they're brought out by someone who is the modern example of an elite running quarterback, the multiple-time MVP, Lamar Jackson.
A decade plus before Lamar, it was a guy named Michael Vick who was the standard for dual-threat quarterbacks. Well, today, that standard is Lamar Jackson, who at his best is an MVP-caliber player, and the most exciting player, not just in his position, but in all of football. And don't let that running overshadow the strides he's made as a passer, too, in the pocket and as a franchise quarterback to build upon.
Man in motion, headed right. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Pass taken in by Diggs. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
First down, here's Lamar. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
And again, it's Jackson. He's on the move. He tucks it and takes off. And he gets him around 6 there. Tackled on that play by Isaiah Simmons. They will not get another playoff. We're at the end of 1. Neither side separating much so far. More Madden Ultimate Team action coming up on EA Sports. We're back for the second quarter. Saints in possession of the football. This has been a good drive, but it's at risk here on third down. Escapes the pocket. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
First down throw for Jackson. And oh, he got it! Interception! Kyle Hamilton with the pick. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Trying the right side. Stiff arm success by a man, and now he's in the clear. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And that'll be good for a Denver first. And he rips off 8 yards on the final play before our 2-minute warning. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Now give left side. Nice seam in the defense as he crosses the 45. 20, 15. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos grow their lead just before halftime. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
He fields it from the 8. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. And as we begin our next drive, Brock, sure a lot of you have noticed that the weather, it's starting to become what a lot of folks would call football weather out there, right? A little colder, maybe even some snow depending on where you live. Well, it's getting colder in the Madden Championship Series, too, with our Zero Chill broadcast coming up on the Madden NFL Twitch channel, December 18th, 6:30 Eastern Time. Make sure you tune in. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Now on 4th down, A.J. Cole headed out to handle the punt. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. He's got it at the 24. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Broncos are going to take over with a lot of field ahead of them. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Hand off to the up back. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Playing favorites with the fullback here. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there. That leaves them with 3rd down and 5. Looking to throw. He's going to push one deep down the right. They connect on the deep shot. Into the red zone. And somehow they've reached the end zone with no time remaining in the half. That score was less about the throw, although it was good, partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it.
Well, Kate, it's a good thing the touchdown shows up on both their stat sheets, because sometimes, well, it's quarterback who delivers, and sometimes it's the effort after the catch that really makes the magic happen.
Extra point attempt coming up. And the kick is good, so they add 7 to their lead on the final play of our first half. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports halftime report. This was an extremely one-sided first half.
Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us.
Significantly.
The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Return coming from the 6. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. The New Orleans offense ready to get to work to begin this third quarter. In that first half, they just couldn't keep up the pace, but they're going to be the ones setting the pace here to begin this third quarter. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. From the gun, Jackson. On the move, headed right. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Tackle made by Trayvon Diggs.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
They send a man in motion. Jackson now on 3rd. He's on the move. He has all day. The Broncos get to him here. He's brought down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Okay, that's one of those situations where it's just a double whammy. Number one, you can't afford to give up a possession and waste a possession like that. And number two, to do it so quickly. A 3 and out in that situation. And really, listen, if there is a path to a comeback, and that's a big if right now, it's going to take sustained drives, and a 3 and out just devastating on that possession.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Finds a seam past the 15. Reaches the 35. Down the sideline to the 45. And he finally ends up out of bounds after a huge gain. They rip up a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
He just didn't quite have the last bit of burst needed to finish it off. But don't be surprised to see them go his way again soon. Give him a chance to earn that touchdown.
Now, so much for seeing a safety, Brock. Things have totally changed now on 1st and 10 across midfield. Running this one left. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. That was Xavier McKinney that time with the tackle. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Look at that work, churning those legs, driving across the 15. And he's taken down just in time at the 2. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Hey, forget about it. Forget first down. For a moment, they were thinking touchdown on that play. What a time to deliver a breakaway run. And that puts a ton of momentum on their side for the next snap.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Broncos push their lead further to start the half. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. Wow, Brock, hard to imagine a more effective play in their entire playbook for that particular spot right there.
You know, you get in this red zone, Kate, you want the ball in the hands of the guys you do trust the most to score. In a lot of cases, well, you trust your quarterback, and all he did was add to that trust.
PAT effort coming up. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos grow their lead yet again. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Fielded at the 7. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They put a receiver in motion right. 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Finds him over the middle. And this one doesn't go far. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end. Second down now, 7 to go. From the 27. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Forces that one, and it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton with the pick. And the Broncos get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. Right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front.
And stop me if you've heard this before, Brock. They've scored again, and they grow that lead further. The Broncos keep running away with this. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. His 3rd total score in this game. That one right down the middle. And the Broncos continue piling onto this lead. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Saints ready to return their offense to the field. And as much as we thought we'd be watching highlights here, talking about this passing game, Brock, it's been the guys on the other side of the ball who come in and stolen that spotlight.
Yeah, and in an offensive-driven league, and one that's sometimes even legislated that way, it's nice and refreshing to see a defense put together an effort like this.
Amen.
Be the ones everybody's talking about for how well they've played on their side of the ball.
Throwing now on first down, it's Jackson. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first, guarantee some yards, and then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning. Throwing again here on 2nd and 10, Jackson. Dump off caught by his back. And he's brought down for a loss. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Oh no, they get him yet again. How about this? I think that's going to be a safety. Talk about a couple of wild twists over the course of just one play. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Okay, I'm hoping that he simply got turned around, forgot which end of the field was his, because other than that, Brock, I got no explanation.
Yeah, imagine how funny it actually would have been, funny like a clown, to see his own team chase him down and tackle him, Kate. I mean, it would have been hilarious for us to watch. A little embarrassing for him, but less embarrassing than running it back to the wrong end zone for a safety?
Yeah,
Come on, man.
That was tough. The Saints. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But, of course, we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
Hit behind the line, and the ball is loose. But I believe the Saints got this one back. Yep, someone landed on top of that one. Well, you don't like to see the fumble, but hey, at least they were able to be the ones to recover it, and they keep possession.
Yeah, and I think the key there was to stay calm through the chaos. Cooler heads prevailed and got him the ball back.
Jackson now, 3rd and long. And they pick him off again. And the Broncos take over once again after forcing his 4th interception of the night. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them.
And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. The Broncos continue adding to an insurmountable lead. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown, his 3rd of the game on the ground. That one splits the uprights. And the Broncos tack on 7 more to their lead. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. He fields it from the 8. And he gets crunched by a big hit right at the 25 to end that return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. The Saints come marching onto the field. On 1st down, Jackson. And down he goes. The Broncos got there. And they're going to have to regroup after this one.